welcome into the CHGO White Sox post-game / pre-game podcast show presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. I know that for sure. Download the app today, America's top-rated sportsbook, and use promo code CHGO when you sign up. Welcome into Studio A of our CHGO offices here in the West Loop of Chicago. I'm Sean Anderson, host of the CHGO White Sox podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Alongside me is Herb Lawrence.
Hello.
Herbie Sunshine. You can follow him on Twitter at ActonWall23. He's our CHGO White Sox community leader. We are being produced today by our friend Stephen Nicholas. This will not be podcasted. This is just a little 30-minute post-game, pre-game show talking about the 7-4 loss and the Game 2 that's coming up between the White Sox and the Phillies. Lucas Giolito versus Bailey Falter. What's up, Jeremy and Tony in the chat? Nice to see you. If you guys are hanging out with us, feel free to ask questions. Maybe we'll answer those later on in the show. And hit that thumbs up button while we're here. We'll get you out around 6:30 for first pitch of Game 2. Herb?
Yeah.
The White Sox lost again.
That's weird.
Yeah.
6-11, I think they are now.
That's correct. They're 2-5 at home.
That's not convenient at all.
No.
It's just bad. They're just not pitching well, and they're not hitting well. Despite the 4 runs, they didn't hit well at all in this game. I think only one of those hits was actually hard hit. So, yeah, they're just a mess right now. The bullpen comes in, gives up runs. C.B. Buckner doesn't do them any favors with a strike 3 that he wasn't called, and then a subsequent single, then home run after that. Everything that could go wrong is going wrong in this year, too. That happened last year. I thought we were done with it. But no, apparently we're going to carry it over until this year. And for everybody wondering, like, the Phillies, yes, they did play in the World Series last year, but they haven't been good this year. Their offense has been, their pitching and their bullpen especially has been piss poor. But their bullpen came in and shut the White Sox down. So, yeah, this was a horrible loss by the White Sox, a horrible start by Lynn. But he recovered a little bit, and you asked me for his grade. I was like, a D, because he looked like he wasn't going to make it past the second inning. He got us into the 6th inning with a 5 1/3 effort, but he wasn't there today either.
He wasn't all bad. 22 first pitch strikes to 29 batters. I mean, he wasn't trying to get down. I don't think he was really hurting himself a ton. The issue is, and they flashed the graphic, the Phillies versus right-handers fastballs, the 8th highest slugging percentage in all of Major League Baseball, around 400 or so. And Lance Lynn features 3 fastballs, and we saw those get hit. But they weren't hit like consistently hard, and that's the thing. Looking at the kind of the, what's it called? The
exit velocity?
Autopsy?
Oh, yeah.
The autopsy.
There it is.
The stuff, the actual velocity, and that all seem all right. Nothing really jumps out. Nothing was too much of below the year average. And then when you look at the exit velocity, average exit velocity on 4-seam fastballs put in play, 8 of them were put in play, 82.9. That's not a hard hit. 5 cutters were put in play, average exit velocity 90.1, and then 3 sinkers were put in play, average exit velocity 82.8. Average exit velocity on his 19 balls in play 83.5. 10 whiffs on 50 swings, and a called strike whiff rate of 29%. Major league average is around 30. It's just the mistakes were hit hard, and when the Phillies made contact, they crush balls. Yep. And that's the thing. We don't see it with the White Sox. I mean, even the rally inning, one actually hard hit ball by Andrew Vaughn, 101 back up the middle, but outside of that, it's all bloops and loops.
Yeah, and not taking advantage of a Zach Wheeler that didn't look sharp today himself, leaving balls right in the middle of the plate. The one that Andrew Vaughn did hit was a cement mixer slider that Andrew Vaughn went and got, or it might have been a curveball that just didn't break as much, but he went and got and drove it into the gap. But, yeah, the White Sox are just a lost team right now. I don't know what they need. I don't know how to fix them. They have to find a way to get the job done, because another disappointing start to a series. They still haven't won 2 games in a row, much less a series this year. They have to find a way to salvage Game 2 today, or not. It's just going to be going downhill from there, because then you go on the road to face those Rays, and that's an automatic 2 out of 3 loss too.
Yeah, with the way that they're playing, I mean, they'll have the game plan to shut you down just like the Phillies do, and they have better pitchers too. So
yes. I mean, they lost one today, but still.
Yeah, I mean
they'll still bring somebody.
They called up
that
Taj Bradley, who's their top
you've
prospect.
never heard of, and he'll just dominate.
We got a super chat from Husky Bardo. Need to win game 2, ground to be made. Again, Herb mentioned it. If you don't win this game, you then have lost every single series. I guess you tied Houston, but that's a 4-game series, 2 wins to 2 losses. Outside of that, you've been beaten every single series. We had this little fun stat, Herb. Yep. Sorry, maybe you were going to bring up something good.
I was not.
I want to crush the vibes immediately. And hey, just want to let you know we have a brand new T-shirt at chgolocker.com. The vibes are immaculate. It is true. It is always sunny on the south side. It's very beautiful, very sunny out today. But oh boy, are the vibes horrid, putrid. As putrid as they are in Colorado, a pretty bad baseball team out there, and Oakland. The White Sox, Colorado Rockies, and Oakland Athletics are 3 teams who have allowed more than 100 runs and have scored less than 80. That is the company the White Sox hold so far in their first 17 games. They don't do good at keeping runs off the board, and they don't put enough on. So, a.k.a. Herb, they're bad.
In my expert analysis, I think that's bad.
Yep.
See, like that?
That's good. My research says they stink.
You can't do that. Skip. You don't score enough runs, and you give up too many runs. That means you're going to lose. Now, back to you.
Not good. And, hey, I do want to...
I love my man, Shannon.
I want to have a quick chat with you real quick because I made an executive decision, but I just want to get your confirmation. If we I want to go to the chat real quick. Oh, no. No!
Oh, fudge.
KPW said, "What's up, guys?"
Hey, what's up, KPW? Hope you had a good birthday the other day.
Next week, the Sox take on the Jays, and I think we'll need some scouting, so we'll probably have KPW on.
I mean, I don't think we need scouting. They could put their worst players up there. They're going to win versus the White Sox.
Yeah, but we could talk to Connor, so that way we don't have to talk about the White Sox.
Kevin Gausman, who gave up like 7 runs yesterday, he's been not good. He gets blown up every once in a while.
And my man Alex Rude was like, "Oh, you hate Kevin Gausman." I was like, "I just don't think it's gonna be a good year for him this year." But hey, Manoah's been bad, and Chris Bassett's probably gonna get rocked today. So you want to go to that tweet, Steven?
Yeah.
Oh, you showed it already? Our friend Vinny Duber, CHGO White Sox beat writer. You can read his work over at allchgo.com. Tweeted, Pedro Grifol says Eloy Jimenez will play right field in Game 2 of the doubleheader.
Hey, he's hurt while he's playing DH. F it. If he wants to play the outfield and play it poorly and get hurt, which will happen, forget it. Who cares? If this unlocks his hitting, because at the plate, that man's lost. He can't do a goddamn thing at the plate. Fastball's right down the middle, and he's just whiffing right through him or just taking them. He's lost. Most of these hitters are lost. Benintendi's got a hitting streak, but he's hitting all soft stuff.
Oh, he's great, dude. He's
Luis
awesome.
Roberts crushing the ball, but it's not going over the fence right now. We have way too many problems with the offense, and then our starter, if we don't get a quality performance from our starters, we're guaranteed to lose that game. Won 2 in the first series versus Houston and singletons in each of the subsequent series. 1 win versus each of the teams that we've played. I'll be lucky if we get 1 win versus these Phillies, who are not good either.
Yeah, hey, this is the pitcher to do it against. Bailey Falter's a left-hander. Let me just read this stat because
his name is Falter too. Come on,
right? I mean, hey, we have the guy Bummer, and he's a bummer. So the guy Falter should falter, right? He is a lefty, drafted in the 5th round back in 2015, 144th pick by the Phillies from Chino Hills, California. Herbie, I got a little stat for you.
Mm-hmm.
Bailey Falter this year, and it's early, very early. He's only thrown 252 pitches. He has a K rate of 14.5%.
That's not a lot.
That's not a lot, and that's pretty good for a team going up against the White Sox who are just going to be swinging a ton. His walk rate, 1.6%.
That's great.
So, I mean, basically, I don't know what to make of it because this is a left-hander who wants you to put the ball in play. The White Sox love to swing the ball, love to swing the bat. I don't know where I am because I hate watching White Sox baseball. I can't believe Eloy Jimenez is going to play in right field. But this is the starter that you need to jump on because he's going to give you pitches in the zone to hit, and he really doesn't have put away really dominant stuff. So they should be able to put balls in play. It's just about hitting the ball hard, which they haven't done at all.
Should, but this team is just their outputs are explosions in one inning and then stopping. Like no foot on the throat, nothing. Just okay, we're gonna score a couple runs and maybe we'll have a lead. But remember the other day when you had Dylan Cease take to a 4-0 lead, they're like, all right, come on back. I don't need you guys to stay back there. Come on back and let's get close. And you guys can just take the lead. Go ahead, do your thing. If the White Sox do anything versus falter, I guarantee if it's in the first inning, they're going to rough them up for 4-5 runs, and then Bailey Falter's going to settle in, pitch 6, and look good because the White Sox don't take advantage of what the pitcher is giving them. And today the Phillies did the same thing versus Lance Lynn. Lance Lynn looked horrid in the first inning. I think he threw 35 pitches in the first inning, and then he got into the 6th inning. And if he didn't, have his struggles in the 6th inning, he would have completed that one. Well, it looked exactly like the White Sox with their approach versus Lance Lynn. Like the first pitch out in the 2nd inning, Josh Harrison, after the man threw 35 pitches in the 1st inning, swings at the first pitch. What are you doing? And grounds it to the shortstop. Like, have a game plan. Think about what's going on in the game. That man is about to throw his 36th pitch, and you're swinging at it in the 2nd inning. That's just dumb. But old habits die hard. He's natural White Sox, as Josh Harrison. He's going to do a dumb thing right there. Steven was pissed, too, when he hit that home run because he probably revved it up and looked right at Steven, pointed at him.
I stepped, revved it, the whole thing.
How you feeling?
But he can do that, though.
How am I feeling?
Yeah.
Not
Josh
good.
Harrison had a big day.
Yeah, that doesn't make me feel good.
You did say Phillies are going to win game 1 and Sox are going to win game 2.
Yeah, I do feel confident about game 2.
Wayne's wondering about the odds.
The odds,
I mean, you called it. I think Phillies to win game 1, Sox to win game 2 was a nice little plus 300 parlay.
I think Giolito has a good game, and I think he has to kind of go deeper now because the bullpen was taxed a little bit in game 1 of this doubleheader.
Well, and that's the thing is, like, you brought up Lance Lynn, you were like, you're talking about the volume, and that's why you got a D. 5 1/3. That's not enough volume. It gave up 13 base runners. It sucks.
It does suck, but
it wasn't pretty. I mean, I don't think he's cooked. A lot of people are saying he's cooked. Really bad matchup for him to go up against the Phillies, but it's not good. It's a bad performance.
C is bad still. F would have been something less than 5 innings for me. It was a bad outing, yes, 100%, but I'm going to reserve my Fs for an actual bad failing performance, and that wasn't failing.
We'll see. Did the White Sox get an F on offense today?
Yeah, because they didn't hit the ball hard at all. I mean,
the one saving grace, they did have 6 hits in a row.
Yeah,
but it was good, but
out of those,
that was it.
We just talked about it.
Yeah.
5 of those were under 95 miles per hour off the bat. Some of them were like 60 miles per hour.
Yeah, even that Luis
bat.
Robert double was just kind of a blue, like right down the line.
80 off the bat. Yaz had the hardest hit today for either Sox or Philly. 107.4. It was a double in the gap.
Oh, it was a double the gap.
A nice little hit there. Andrew Vaughn, the second hardest hit at 101.7. It was a single. Station. And then I know you're a big fan of this radio station. 94.3 from Andrew Benintendi as a single. So those are the 3 hardest hits for the Sox today. What was 94.3? That's a Christian station,
it's probably
right?
Yeah.
Or is that 94.7?
94.7, isn't that like the drive?
No, drive's 97.1.
I don't know.
94.7, I think, was WLS.
I don't go that low.
I don't know.
I don't go that low. That's why.
Someone let me know what 94.3 is. I feel stupid that I don't know.
That's why the game didn't survive. 88.7 or 88.1.
That's not why the game didn't survive.
Yeah, the subsequent station after it was doing 2 ratings.
It is. It's Christian worship. Yeah. I mean, again, I think it was more the leadership at that place.
See what JJ wrote?
No Benny. Hey, let's go. Yeah, let's go to the lineups for game 2. Sorry, this is kind of all over the place, people. I just still can't believe that they just got rocked. I cannot see that. I'm blind as a bat. Oh, there you go. I can see that. All right. For the Phillies, leading off for them, it's going to be Bryson Stott playing second base.
Going for 18 games in a row.
18 games in a row for a hit streak.
To start the season, yeah.
Mercy.
It's the longest hitting streak to start the season for any Philly in the modern era.
All right. I will probably sprinkle a little hit for him. Trey Turner batting second, and he will be playing shortstop. Batting third, Kyle Schwarber at DH. Batting fourth, Nicholas Castellanos in right field. Batting fifth, Brandon Marsh in center field. Batting sixth, Alex Bohm at third base. Batting seventh, I want to say that's Cody Clemens. That's
Yep.
Cody Clemens?
Yep.
That's his name.
He's batting 071.
Cody Clemens playing first base. That's Roger,
with
the
a
Rocket
K,
Clemens
with a K.
kid.
He named all his kids with a K.
Yeah, because strikeouts.
Strikeouts.
Is that Garrett Stubbs?
It's the guy who makes the barbecue.
I think it is, yeah.
subs.
Is that Garrett Stubbs? He's catching today. Then Bailey Falter is the pitcher. Oh, batting ninth. Christian Pache out in left field. Is it Garrett Stubbs?
It is Garrett Stubbs. So it is.
You got that. Nice.
It's Real Muto and Josh Harrison sitting this game, it looks
Yes.
like, from the first game
And then
for the Phillies.
For the White Sox leading off, it will be Luis Robert Jr. in center field. Batting second, Andrew Vaughn at first base. Batting third, Eloy Jimenez in right field. Batting fourth, Jake Berger at third base. Batting fifth, Yasmani Grandal at designated hitter. Batting sixth, Sevi Zavala at catcher. Batting seventh, Elvis Andrus at shortstop. Batting eighth, Lenin Sosa at second base. And batting ninth, Ben Zobrist himself, Romy Gonzalez out in left field.
All right, I got a question for you because this is kind of weird to me.
Yes, Steve.
Alloy in right, Romy in left. Alloy's only played left field in his career, and I get he, practiced to be a right fielder this year, but wouldn't he be better in left?
Dude, I wouldn't put him in the outfield, so I didn't.
I'm with you there, and we know Romy could
that's a
play
great
right
point.
because opening day he played right field. It's a weird call. I mean, just having him in the field is a weird call, but that just struck me as even more strange.
6:40 is the game time start. Official game time 6:40.
6:40?
Yeah, it's via the White Sox.
What's the? I don't want to say that out loud. Well, I can't. I don't want to watch game two. I don't. I can't do this. Everyone's asking about teardowns, and I know I've been saying patience in May 28th, and it was literally one game. One game has broke me.
Well, it's the.
I know I'll be completely different if they win this game, but that was just so ugly.
The accumulation of last year, the non-moves in the off season, the people they did bring in weren't great, and one of them in particular is a dick. And then the smugness from the GM, everything about this organization is pretty bad. I don't know. This is just a trying time for White Sox fans, and I can't believe that we're here saying this again. I know it's early. I know the people are saying, it's early. These goddamn games count. To be 6-11 at this point with not going against any real great world beaters is disappointing. It's very upsetting that this team doesn't take these games serious. I'm guaranteeing the clubhouse, no one's panicking here. Oh, it's early. It's all this. These games, blah, blah, blah. No one says a big series in April. Like Rick said last year, it's like these are all big games. All of them. Because if we're losing these games in September, we'll be furious. They matter the goddamn same, and this team doesn't care. They have no heart. They have no marbles. They have no balls.
Thank you.
Yes.
Is that Ozzy?
No, that's Pedro Serrano.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Another Major League.
Yeah.
2.
That's too high.
Yes.
Alec
Reference.
is asking, how many Goose Islands will it take you to get through this doubleheader and podcast? I did say, thank God our podcast is sponsored by beer after I saw that Eloy Jimenez was going to be in right field. How many are you going to throw down?
I'm only going to drink one in this
1-3-2?
30-minute stanza, but I might have to go to the local market and get some more. I think we only have like 4 or 5 left in the refrigerator, so.
Sir,
You're
you're goosing. No, you're goosing the wrong way. There's a closet back there full of.
Oh, we have more goose in there?
We're
I
sponsored
didn't
by
know.
Goose.
I
baby.
knew that, but why
We're
wouldn't you put all
sponsored,
that?
baby.
Why don't you put all that in the refrigerator?
Well,
I'm
it's
do that
your
right
job.
now.
It's you seeing that it's low. You gotta be the hero and restock.
I am today years old and knew that was in that closet.
What little game could we have? Did you drive here?
I did drive
Damn
here.
it. Matt Strom would not like me playing a drinking game with you. A Phillies pitcher, Matt Strom.
Oh yeah.
Real obscure joke. Yeah. Okay. Anyways. Your point about them not taking it seriously. I thought someone up here made a really good point. Let's just play. I think someone in
It's doing the Goose Island thing too.
Is it Honk?
Ghost Night.
it.
Ghost Night says, Herb, don't forget we are getting some deadline players with TA and Moncada coming back.
Oh, it's true.
Yeah.
Hey.
Usually it's Aloy and Robert, but this year we're going to get TA and Moncada back at the trade deadline. It's like a trade deadline deal.
The report is that they're feeling pretty good. The sad fact that was brought up in the chat, and then I'm going to bring it up here, and you brought it up while we were watching the game today. Guardians and Tigers finished their doubleheader, game 1.
Quick.
Kerry Clemens, who's different than Cody Clemens.
Still brothers.
No.
Aren't they?
Or is it Kerry Collins? Not Kerry Collins. What the fuck is that guy's name? Kerry Carpenter.
Okay, I was like,
maybe.
It's like Kerry Clemens is a
Kerry Carpenter.
guy.
So Kerry Carpenter hit a walk-off today. Detroit Tigers improved 7-9. And they currently are a game and a half above the White Sox in the AL Central. The Detroit Tigers, where their highest paid player not too long ago was seen giving up in Javi Baez.
And they shut down in the second game the team that we can never shut down, the Cleveland Guardians. 1-0 victory for Rodriguez, going 8 innings, striking out 10 Guardians. Striking out 10 Guardians is a thing because that team doesn't strike out a bunch, so it's very hard to do, and he's maybe back to being Boston Edwin Rodriguez.
In an hour and 50 minutes to that game.
Hey.
Also, after that game one, went 3 straight walk-offs for the Tigers. I don't think they walked off in game 2, though.
No, I mean, they had the lead already before that.
So that's good for the Tigers.
Wait, they won both of those?
Yeah, they won both of
shit.
them. Tigers are just great.
Damn.
At 7-9, when looking up to the damn Tigers at 7-9, that's sad. That's very sad. Next, you're going to have Tiger fans talking down to us like Lions fans are talking down to the Bears fans now.
Solo shot in the 6th by Riley Green to make it 1-0.
Do you see that?
What?
The last time the White Sox were beneath the Tigers in the standings was after game 1 last season.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
Been
a while.
See the damn Lions just talking smack to us, acting like we ain't dominate the series.
Lions?
Yeah, I mean they won last year, but we're
Detroit Lions.
Yeah, we're.
Oh, I didn't.
That's
see
what I'm
that.
saying. Like
No.
the Tigers are gonna be like the Lions talking smack to us. Like no, that's when you hit rock bottom. When you got the Lions talking smack to the Bears, and you got the Tigers talking smack to the White Sox.
Man,
that's where we're at right now in Chicago.
If they're not careful enough, they might be below the Royals, and the Royals might be starting talking shit and being like, "This is why we didn't even hire that MFer and Pedro."
Hey, the Royals beat the White Sox last 2 season series, so I wouldn't put it past them.
What's that Lance Lynn quote? Lance Lynn, this is from our guy Vinny Duber again in the dugout at Guaranteed Rate Field. Lance Lynn on feeling the Sox clubhouse after 6-11 start to the season. Quote, "Everybody's fine.
Ugh.
It's April, but you got to get to but you got to get it moving." Thank you, Stephen. Just to make sure you don't get too far behind. Again, far behind. I feel like we're making a lot of grunge song references. Candlebox? Anybody?
Yeah, I remember that song. Right. It was in Can't Hardly Wait, I believe. Again, I told you they're saying that. It's April. They're throwing it away as if it's easy. It's garbage. No, have some urgency now. Act like today is September and act like those games matter because they do.
Who is the only person that you think is playing with urgency on this team? I got one player that's playing with urgency.
Go ahead, tell me.
You got one, Steven?
Jake Berger.
Jake Berger. There you go. I mean, just look at how hard he's hitting the ball. I mean, that dude is putting every single thing he has. I mean, even if he sucks at defense, into every position at bat, swing, whatever. I mean, he is taking it, I think, extremely seriously because he's trying to make the roster. Outside of this, where's Eloy Jimenez going to do? They're going to bench Eloy Jimenez? No, he makes $43 million. What are they going to do? Bench Yohan Moncada? No, he makes $75 million and he's the only one that can play defense at third base. What are they going to do? Yeah. Bench Luis Robert? He's the only he's their hope, right? They're going to trade Tim Anderson? No, he's the face of the fucking franchise. Andrew Vaughn, maybe he'll lose his spot to Jake Berger. Yasmani Grandal, what is he going to do? He gets paid $72 million. Andrew Benintendi, he gets paid $75. Take off game 2, baby. It's all right. Don't worry.
Hey, he didn't take himself out of the game.
There was a quote from Pedro Grifol saying that Benintendi lets him know when he wants to take him out.
Today in the second game,
I'll find it.
But in the second game, did he take him out? He's like, "Hey, coach, I don't want to play the second game."
I would assume that he probably would say, "Hey,
I think he's out because Bailey Falter's a left-hander. That's the only reason he's out." And it's weird that we're in this game. And that we didn't
got an off day on the 16th. Grifol on Benintendi, giving Benintendi a day off. I don't manage Benintendi. He manages himself, and he's really good at it. He always wants to play. Every once in a while, I'll bring up, "Hey, it's a good day for you to be off." He'll be honest. He'll say yes and no. Today's a good day for him to be off. He plays really hard. He'll end up giving a ton of baseball for us, but it's great communication with him. He understands how to navigate 162. He understands it. He understands that 155 is really good, and those 7 are critical to the recovery of the body when you're just trying to get through a season. And that's from James Fegan at 134 on April 16th, 2023. Those are one of the 7. Again, he just took a day off on the 16th. I'm not trying to be a dick. It's a doubleheader. I get it, but
and it's a lefty on the bump.
I guess.
And this is the problem I would have with Pedro Grifol. Knowing there's a lefty on the bump versus in the second game, why don't you put Gavin Sheets at designated hitter? Because he's not going to play in the second game.
I don't get that. Why didn't he play in the first game?
Yeah, and the man just hit his first home run of the year. He's been hitting the ball solidly. He's got the highest average, I think the highest on-base percentage of White Sox hitters before today. It's a miss right there for Pedro Grifol. You have to get these players in the game, and if you got an advantage like right there with a lefty hitter and power hitter like Gavin Sheets, he has to get in that first game, as you're not going to see him in the second game, and that's why Pedro is just making some missteps, and these are rookie missteps that he'll make because he's only done this for 16 games now. Again, in 17 games now.
JJ mentioning $75 million for Platoon. Andrew Benintendi career, the $75 million man versus left-handers, 258, 334, 372. OPS is 706. Strikes out about 2 more times than walking. I mean, I don't know.
Well, let's not act like this is not a natural thing where people during a doubleheader, especially
it is,
a
absolutely.
lefty,
I mean, Jose Abreu, did it a ton last year. I'm just saying, like, again, what?
And also, I'll never
pay Jose Abreu $75 million.
I'll never blame Andrew Benintendi for accepting the money the White Sox offered him. It's not his fault that he's the highest paid player on the White Sox history. That's more of a reflection on them, not him.
Yeah, well, hey,
and it's a market deal too.
Hey, Herb, I want to be fair. I want to give all my shots out. I want to give all the shots out to the White Sox organization. It doesn't have to be just Andrew Benintendi. It could be Pedro Grifol. It could be Ethan Katz. It could be Jake Diekman. It could be Rick Hahn. Everyone deserves a shot.
Yeah, but you're heavy-handed on my man Andy Benintendi.
Did you know last year versus right-handers, he hit 318, 384, and slugged 428 with an OPS of 812 versus lefties, 269, 347, 328 with an OPS of 675. They signed him to $75 million.
Yeah. Because you're mostly going to be facing right-handers in the AL Central. So, yeah, it was a good pickup. He's currently on a 6-game hitting streak, I believe.
Couldn't face him against Eduardo Rodriguez. I'll need to take a sit-down during that one.
I'm sure you will. He'll be fine.
Sorry. I'm just annoyed. They're 6-11. They're 6-11.
Yeah.
I mean, this is where they were last year for the first 16 games. I think they're probably 6-11 last year, too.
But in there, they had 3 series wins. Versus the Tigers, Rays, and Mariners.
Jesus.
This one, no,
just brutal. They started 7-10, so they started worse than last year. And last year, and that is so. Wait, that makes that really frustrates me. So through the first 17 games last year, which includes an 8-game losing streak, they have a better record through 17 games last year, 7-10, than this year, 6-11.
Yeah.
And they had an 8-game losing streak last year.
It's piss poor, Sean. Today is like, if they lose again, it's rock bottom. Rock bottom, because they lose another series, and it's 7-11 or 6-12, to even worse. And then you got to face a game tomorrow that's coming up on 1 o'clock. It's got to play another game tomorrow. So, whew. And then they got to do some damn charity thing later on the night. It's like they're going to be exhausted. No one's going to be at the charity because everybody's going to be disenfranchised. They're going to be pissed that, like, this team sucks. You guys promised me X, Y, and Z, and now we're getting this garbage. Season tickets are down. Everything's going bad for the White Sox. I'm surprised this many people are watching right now. I appreciate you guys watching. I hope we're not going through another damn fit therapy session year because I can't take it. Sean's already done. He don't even want to watch the second game. I'm going to drink Goose Island and see if I can get there. And hopefully we can sober up before I got to drive home.
Hey, poor Vinny Duber, who's going to have to join us. I mean, if they lose game 2, I mean, he might just not want to join us. He'll probably be like,
just leave.
Hey, connection's real bad at the ballpark. We do appreciate everyone joining us, and make sure you hit us with a thumbs up. Lucas Giolito is on the bump for the Sox today in 15 innings this year. He's allowed 22 hits, 10 earned runs. That's an ERA of 6.
Not good.
3 walks surrendered, 16 strikeouts, and an ERA plus of 77. MLB average 100.
Yeah.
Bailey Falter in 15 innings, 19 hits allowed, 8 earned runs, 1 walk allowed, 9 strikeouts, an ERA plus of 91. 1. Again, MLB average is 100. Join us for the post-game show after this game. I agree that everyone should be playing in this game because, again, you're 6-11. It's time to wake up, try to win a series. Again, if they lose tonight, they've lost every single series outside of the first one where they split with the Astros. Not excited if they lose for this one. You got a prediction, Herb?
Yeah, the White Sox are going to lose. I don't know what the score. I think Lucas Giolito's got to get absolutely demolished, and they're not going to hit Brady Falter because why would they?
Yeah, that sounds
8-2. Phillies win.
Brady?
Was it Brady?
Yeah, it's Brady now.
Brady, Bailey. Stop naming your kids terrible last names.
Bailey Ober.
Jerks.
Vinny is going for click to pick with Andrew Vaughn. Do you have a click to pick?
I'm going to go with Ben Zobrist himself, Romy Gonzalez.
Let's go.
Will you?
Aloy. He can't be this bad. He cannot be this bad. Aloy Jimenez.
I'm going to put this out here now in case I'm right. 7-1 White Sox.
Oh, wow.
I'm feeling confident about game 2.
Yeah, you did say they were going to win game 2.
I should put money on DraftKings.
You know what?
The White Sox are going to lose.
You know what? The hitting was kind of the issue, and the starting pitching was kind of the issue in game 1. So I think the White Sox win the first 5, and then the bullpen blows the lead. That's what I'm thinking. So Sox lose in this one, and I'm sorry to be a pessimist. We're gonna watch this on.
You're a realist.
Yeah. Hey, I don't know. This
man's got a 6 ERA.
That one's definitely more pessimistic. No, I say they'll win the first 5, so it won't be a Lucas thing. It'll be a bullpen thing.
Yeah, they're both bad. Lucas and the bullpen, both bad.
We're gonna be
so far.
We're gonna be watching this game on Fubo TV. You can sign up at FuboTV.com or FuboTV.com/CHGO. They have 140 live channels of sports, shows, movies, and news. That includes NBC Sports Chicago, and I think it also includes NBC Sports Chicago Plus, which has the Spanish broadcast with Hector Lozano and Jose Contreras from the 2005 White Sox team. So watch the Sox on NBC Sports Chicago with Fubo TV. Use the link in the description to sign up for 15%. Off your first month of Fubo Pro, and join us for the post-game show after this game is concluded.
Phillies are plus money on DraftKings Sportsbook right now.
Are you going to take it?
Plus 110.
Are you going to take it?
Hell yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's go. All
Why
right.
wouldn't I?
Herb's going to take it.
It's free money.
Free money. Take that free money on DraftKings Sportsbook, our presenting sponsor. Download that app today and use promo code CHGO when you sign up. We will talk to you after the game. That's Herb Lawrence. You can follow me on Twitter at Ecknerwall23. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Thank you to everybody for hanging out with us in the chat today. And everything at the ballpark is $5 for Southside Monday/Tuesday, I think. So that's what Mr. C's asking. But go to Game Time to get your tickets anyways. Peace.